Soft music floated through the summer air. I saw you smile by the old town fair. We walked down where the river meets the sky, sun sinking low, colors in your eyes. You held my hand like you were slightly scared of every dream we hadn't yet declared. Cotton candy clouds above the rides, laughter spilling out on every side. You said, let's chase the lights before it's dark, and pulled me toward the Ferris wheel's bright heart. Up we rose above the little town, water like velvet as the dusk came down. I felt the world fall quiet in your arms, safe in the circle of your gentle charms. Ferris wheel hearts turning in the night, round and round under soft fair lights, holding on tight as the world drifts far. Just you and me and a single star. Ferris wheel hearts never coming down, high above the noise of the carnival sound. Promise me, darling, wherever we are, we'll keep these Ferris wheel hearts in our hearts. Later on by the riverside we strolled, your jacket wrapped around me from the cold. Distant music hummed behind the trees, fireflies dancing with the evening breeze. You traced a future with your fingertips, spoke every wish between our trembling lips, said every summer if the fair returns, we'll ride that wheel and feel our young hearts burn. Years have slipped like ripples through the stream, but you're still the answer to that first shy dream. Whenever life feels heavy, torn apart, I close my eyes and hear our Ferris hearts. Ferris wheel hearts turning in the night, round and round under soft fair lights, holding on tight as the world drifts far. Just you and me and a single star. Ferris wheel hearts never coming down, high above the noise of the carnival sound. Promise me, darling, wherever we are, we'll keep these Ferris wheel hearts in our hearts. On the drive back home with the radio low, dashboard glow on your face in gold. You tap the rhythm on the steering wheel and whispered, tell me this is how you feel. I said, if time spins just like that ride, I want your laughter by my side. You kissed my hand and softly in the dark, we sealed the vow of two Ferris wheel hearts. Ferris wheel hearts still turning slow through every year that comes and goes. When the summer fair lights paint the sky, I see that first hello in your eyes. Ferris wheel hearts never come to you on this Ferris wheel heart. Under the Ferris wheel, you were leaning by the jukebox light, spinning records while the room turned white. All the couples swayed in two and two, but my eyes kept finding only you. I was standing in my Sunday dress, hands all tangled up in shy unrest. Then you smiled and took my trembling hand, pulled me to the floor to join the band. Every step we took, the world grew small and still. Hearts in time with every note bending to our will. Under the Ferris wheel, where the lights made all our dreams feel real, you said, darling, tell me how you feel. And I whispered, I am falling for the way you make my heartbeat kneel. Hold me close and make this promise real. Under the Ferris wheel. Later on at summer's little fair, cotton candy floating in the air, you won me a tiny silver ring from a crooked laughing carnival thing. We walked over to the highest ride, saw the tiny town and stars collide, as the night wind brushed your jacket sleeve. You said, stay with me and never leave. All the noise below turned into distant rain. Up above the world, it was just my name. Under the Ferris wheel, where the lights made all our dreams feel real, you said, darling, tell me how you feel. And I whispered, I am falling for the way you make my heartbeat kneel. Hold me close and make this promise real. Under the Ferris wheel. Now the dance hall's lost its neon sign, and the fair comes through here one last time. We got groceries in a paper bag, little creases where our youth once sang. But you catch my eye like long ago, with that half-shy smile I used to know. And you say, let's go and take one ride, for the boy and girl we left inside. If the music fades and the midway closes down, we'll still find that trembling moment in this town. Every year that passes only turns the lights to gold. You and I forever young inside these hands that hold. Under the Ferris wheel, we're still dancing like the world's not real. You say, darling, tell me what you feel. And I answer, I'm still falling like I did that night. My heart can't heal. Every time you take my hand, I feel under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel. were shining silver lines. You offered me your coat and your umbrella too. Said no one should be walking home alone like you. We climbed the hill where that old dance hall stands. Neon letters flickered just above the band. You took my hand and led me through the door to where the jukebox waited by the worn-out floor. You dropped a coin and chose a song, the sweetest slow one all night long. And as the needle found its way, the crowded room just slipped away. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again, under the thunder and soft window pane. We were jukebox hearts in the rain. Later that evening, streets were shining black. We shared a laugh about your borrowed jacket bag. You walked me home along the empty square, the puddles catching all the colors in the air. We stopped beneath a lonely traffic light. The red and green were painting us in stripes. You brushed a raindrop gently from my face and turned the quiet street into a sacred place. You said, if storms come, don't be afraid. Just think about the music that we played. And in the hush between the drops, I knew my turning world had stopped. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again, under the thunder and soft window pane. We were jukebox hearts in the rain. Now when the clouds roll in at closing time, the city hums that same familiar rhyme. I sit alone, but still I hear the band and see our shadows swaying hand in hand. Sometimes I drive and let the radio close, dashboard shining on the road I used to know. An old song plays, and in that soft refrain, you're turning, smiling, asking me my name. Maybe you're somewhere watching raindrops fall, passing by another small town dance hall. Maybe a jukebox starts to softly play and pulls your drifting memory my way. If ever you wonder where my heart has been, just follow every quiet violin through every street and every window pane to where our song still echoes in the rain. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Soft shoes on a wooden floor, shadows drifting through the night. Your hand found its way to mine under the jukebox light. We were just two Sunday dreamers in a small town Friday hall. Band had finished, night was quiet, but the jukebox played for all. You dropped a quarter in the slot there, picked a song you knew I'd like. I could feel my heartbeat doubling as you pulled me in so tight. Every color on that chrome face turned the darkness into gold. All the years we hadn't lived yet seemed to shimmer bright and bold. I remember how you whispered, "Stay with me till morning light," and we swayed like we were floating in that tender color night. Under the jukebox light, my love, where the world felt small and kind, you were holding me so close as the record turned in time. Every spin a little promise, every note a shining sign that my heart would learn forever how to beat along with yours and mine. Under the jukebox light, summers passed in Ferris wheel circles, cotton candy laughing skies. We would drive with windows open, car radio and fireflies. When the fairground lights were fading, we'd go back to that old hall, sneaking through the side door quietly till we heard that jukebox call. You would lean against the counter, tap a rhythm with your hand. I'd kick off my shoes and listen to our favorite little band. All the songs about forever felt like they were ours to keep as we spun in dusty moonbeams that would rock the town to sleep. Under the jukebox light, my love, with your cheek against my hair, we were rich in little moments. We were young and didn't care. Every coin that hit the metal, every tune on Friday night, made a picture we still carry in the corners of our hearts so bright. Under the jukebox light, now the hall is long forgotten, and the jukebox gathers dust, but our days are full of mornings, built on dancing, built on trust. There's a porch light by our doorway, there's a kitchen radio. You still spin me by the sink there, our quiet evenings glow. Though the world has gotten louder and the nights are not as clear, when you turn the dial to slow songs, it's that same old atmosphere. We have dishes in the basin, we have letters on the shelf, we have all the little stories that we wrote for no one else. When the house is finally silent and the children fall asleep, there's a love that keeps on playing in a groove that runs so deep. If the years should try to shake us, if the days should blur our eyes, we will find that faded record in the stars of summer skies. Under the jukebox light, my love, even if it's far away, I can see us in the doorway of that gentle yesterday. Every touch upon my shoulder, every slow dance in our life, turns our little living room now to that small town Friday night. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, soft shoes on a wooden floor, old songs in the softest key. As long as the music's in you, you'll be shining over me. When the room is almost darkened and the world slips out of sight, we'll be dancing in our memories under the jukebox. Soft rain falling on the city stone, neon colors on the cobblestones, through the window in the cafe glow, plays a little song we used to know. I stir my coffee, watch the raindrops slide down the foggy glass where you once sat beside. Every passing face, every coat and hat makes me lift my eyes and ask, are you back? There in the corner stands that old machine, chrome and colors like a faded dream. Drop in a nickel, let our memory play, and suddenly you're here with me anyway. You said if this world ever pulls us apart, just follow the music back to my heart. So when the night feels lonely and the time is right, I come to this place and wait in the light. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting while our record spins its slow refrain in this little cafe with the windows crying. You're the only shelter from the rain. You're the only shelter from the rain. whisper hearts and streamers on the wall. We were shy at first, didn't say too much, till that jukebox played and our hands brushed. You laughed so softly when you pulled me near, said let's dance slow and forget our fear. Barefoot midnight on a wooden floor, I thought my heart would open like a door. You said if the years ever get in the way, just find that song and I'll find my way. Now every time those chords start to rise, I see forever in your eyes. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting while our record spins its slow refrain. In this little cafe with the windows crying, you're the only shelter from the rain. You're the only shelter from the rain. Under the jukebox light, I keep dreaming you'll come walking in and hold me tight, till the morning comes and the songs run out. I'll be yours under the jukebox light. Outside umbrellas blooming black and gray, two by two they hurry on their way. But I'm not lonely when the needle falls. Your shadow's dancing on these cafe walls. The waiter smiles, he knows my face by now. Says, same old song, same table by the crowd. I just nod and let the music start. You're still the rhythm beating in my heart. Maybe tonight you're on some distant street, hearing the melody in your heartbeat. Maybe you're standing by a window too, wondering if I still wait for you. So if you feel the pull of that old refrain, let it guide your footsteps through the rain. Push open the door, step into the glow, and find the girl who never let you go. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting with our song playing sweet and low. When you cross that floor and our hands touch again, we'll dance like the night we didn't wanna go. Under the jukebox light, no more dreaming, just your heartbeat keeping perfect time, till the closing bell and the dawn outside. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Under the jukebox light, softly swaying, two silhouettes in the cafe night. As the rain drifts by and the world moves on, we'll stay here under the jukebox light.
There's a whistle in the distance, soft and low, and the river in the twilight seems to glow. I still see you standing by the track that night, little brown suitcase held in your hand so tight. They called out your number through the station there, and I tried to smile like I didn't care. You said, don't you worry, it's just for a while. I'll send you a postcard with a borrowed smile. But the door slid closed with a shuddering sound, and my heart stayed here as the wheels rolled round. We were young and sure that time would bend, didn't know how far that line would send. Every dream we'd drawn together in ink, farther than we'd ever think. The train and the river took you far from me, still against the water in my memory. Smoke in the night and a silver stream, carrying you farther than our small town dream. The train and the river, they both run on, one to the dawn and one to the dawn. And I stand here watching where they used to meet, your goodbye echoing under my feet. Now I walk that riverside at evening's fall, watch the soft reflections dance along the wall. Sometimes in the current I can see your face, shining like a promise I can't replace. There's a distant rumble on the iron bridge, like a broken heartbeat on a rusted ridge. I close my eyes and I can almost feel your hand in mine as the shadows kneel. I have sent my letters to the great unknown, every careful line in a tender tone. Maybe in some city when the day is through, you hear a whistle and you think of me too. The train and the river took you far from me, still against the water in my memory. Smoke in the night and the silver stream, carrying you farther than our small town dream. The train and the river, they both run on, one to the dawn and one to the dawn. And I stand here watching where they used to meet, your goodbye echoing under my feet. In my little kitchen with a ticking clock, I can hear your laughter and the kettles talk. Under one bare bulb and the evening news, I pour one cup of coffee like I used to do for two. Sometimes I rise when the house is still, lean on the window by the windowsill. If I see a shimmer on the midnight glass, I pretend it's your shadow coming up the grass. The train and the river drew their lines so wide, but they can't erase what you left inside. Every low, long whistle in the winter air feels like a soft confession that you still care. The train and the river may keep us apart, but they can't change the map of my faithful heart. If I stand here waiting waiting till my days are through. I'll be where the river bends, thinking of you. There's a whistle in the distance, soft and low, and the river keeps on moving where our dreams still flow. The train and the river, as the night turns blue, carry all my longing, all my love to you.
Rain on the pavement, midnight glow, two shadows walking soft and slow.
I see you standing by the neon doorway, raindrops shining in your hair.
My heart remembers, though the years have tried to hide you, like you were always waiting there.
You look surprised, but then your smile starts blooming, just the way you used to do.
I raise my hand and tilt my old umbrella towards you, say there's room in here for two. All at once, the city noise fades behind our trembling poise. Every heartbeat starts to tell you we belong under the same umbrella. I'm holding you again under the same umbrella, like we never reached the end. All the miles and all the years wash down the midnight street under the same umbrella. My heart falls at your feet.
Do you remember at the crowded station, you were crying in the rain?
You pressed a letter with your shaking fingers in my palm as a whistle called my name.
All of your pages kept me through the seasons, ink and teardrops on the line.
I read your words until the paper turned to silver, but I never read goodbye. Now those words between our hands meet again where our feet stand. Every drop begins to tell you we were men under the same umbrella. I'm holding you again under the same umbrella, like we never reached the end. All the miles and all the years wash down the midnight street under the same umbrella. My heart falls at your feet. We find a window in a corner cafe, coat still glistening with rain.
Steam on the glass while the city keeps on moving, but our world stands still again.
You trace a circle on the table with your finger, say I wondered if you'd call.
I take your hand and with a quiet
towns, nothing felt the same. Now the years roll off your face in soft reflected light. And I know I should have found you on some other rainy night, but we're here and every doubt can gently melt away if you stay. Under the same umbrella, we'll walk the streets as one. Under the same umbrella, all our leaving days are done. Let the echoes of the past flow down the shining street. Under the same umbrella, every piece of us can meet. Under the same umbrella, in this tender silver glow, I will love you through the rainfall and whatever winds may blow. Under the same umbrella, ooh, darling, I won't let go. Under the same umbrella, darling, I won't let go. Under the same umbrella.
Wipers keep the time on the window, raindrops tapping soft on the glass. Streetlights blur like silver echoes, while the gentle hours slowly pass. You reach across and turn the dial, find that station we both know. Little crackling chords and a tender smile in the dashboard's sleepy glow. The city's shining in a coat of rain and the world feels far away. But here inside this little car with you, it's our own small cabaret. To unfold. Car radio love song playing low and sweet, while the rainy streets glide under our feet. Car radio love song, every note feels new, though I've heard it all my life with you. In the hush between each line they sing, I hear every promise that your eyes still bring. Every rainy mile that we travel on becomes our own car radio love song. We stop beside a corner doorway, share an umbrella in the light, laughter dancing in the puddles, your coat around me in the night. We move together to the distant band, just a sway that only we can hear. With the traffic humming soft and low, like a rhythm holding us near. We could chase a brighter scene, but I've learned what matters most is your shoulder under my sleepy cheek, and the sound of your voice so close. Glide under our feet. Car radio love song, every note feels new, though I've heard it all my life with you. between each line they sing. I hear every promise that your eyes still bring. Every rainy mile that we travel on becomes our own car radio love song. We pull up to our little doorway, porch light shining amber gold. You switch the engine off so slowly, let the final chorus roll. You lean in close and kiss my cheek, whisper, darling, we're still young. And I feel it in the quiet night every time I hear that song. Maybe someday we'll be older, gray at the temples, walking slow, but I'll still see these rainy streets in the way your soft eyes glow. Turn that knob and set the needle, let the night just drift along. I'll be humming low against your heart, our forever favorite song. Car radio love song under silver skies. All the years are shining in your eyes. Car radio love song while the raindrops fall. I don't need a word, I have it all. From the porch light glow to the break of dawn, I will keep on loving you as long as there's a road ahead and the night is strong. We'll live inside our car radio love song. Wipers slow and the rain grows thin. You take my hand and lead me in. But even when the music's gone, my heart still hums our car radio love song.
Neon on the puddles, traffic whispering by, raindrops tracing silver lines against the evening sky.
I saw your shadow in the glass across the lane, bent above a coffee at the cafe in the rain.
Same small corner table where we used to talk till 2,
about the dreams we'd follow and the roads we'd wander through.
I almost turned around, afraid of what I'd see, afraid that all those midnight words meant more to me than thee. But
then you looked up slowly and you softly said my name, and the years between us flickered like a flame.
outside, umbrellas bloomed along the narrow street. Inside, my restless heart forgot to beat. One quiet moment and the past came back again.
Right there by the window in the rain, cafe window in the rain.
Soft reflections, old refrain.
Your eyes were just the same.
A gentle half-forgiven pain.
Cafe window in the rain.
We watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again. Do you remember how we said our last goodbye? Down at the platform with a smokestack in the sky.
You held my suitcase like it weighed 1,000 pounds. We let our pride speak louder than our hearts could make a sound.
Your letter came too late, the ink all blurred with tears. I tucked it in a drawer and tried to hide away the years.
But when I saw you standing there tonight through streaks of rain, I felt my foolish heart call out your name. I never quite forgot the way you laughed at night. I never quite moved on, though I said I might. And now the city hums a lonely, tender strain
while we sit by the window in the rain. Cafe window in the rain.
Soft reflections, old refrain.
Your eyes were just the same.
A gentle half-forgiven pain.
Cafe window in the rain.
We watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again.
We talked of little things, the places we had been, the quiet empty evenings and the lives we might have seen.
You traced your finger around the circle on your cup. I said, if we start over, could we really open up?
You took my hand and said, the past is just a song played on an old jukebox that's been spinning far too long.
Let's step outside together, leave it where it lay, and walk these rainy streets a different way.
Some loves don't vanish, they just hide behind the door, waiting for footsteps they remember from before. The porch light of the heart stays burning soft and low, in case a wandering soul comes home out of the snow.
And here we are, two travelers in a midnight town, watching little rivers pull the lamplight down. If we can say I'm sorry and let go of the blame, we can start again beneath the same last name. Cafe window in the rain.
Now it sings a sweeter strain.
Your hand in mine again.
I feel my heart unlock its chain.
Cafe window in the rain.
The station doesn't look the same.
No more last goodbyes in vain. Only see you in the morning train.
Neon on the puddles as the night grows thin.
Two shadows leave together where one once walked in.
Behind the foggy glass, the past fades like a stain,
and love begins at a cafe window in the rain. In the rain.
sidewalk, hearts keeping time.
I saw you there by the corner light, on your shoulders in the Thursday night, holding your coat like you were holding cold regret.
Taxis splashing in a silver line, streetcar bells and the neon signs. I said your name, wondering if you remember mine yet.
You turn around with that familiar smile, the years between us shrinking by a mile. Just like the night when we were young and free, you whispered, is that really you I see?
And the rain came down in a soft parade, like every teardrop we never let fade.
My trembling hand reached out to you, and all the old dreams came shining through. Under the same umbrella, shelter from the falling rain. All the days we lost come walking back again. Under the same umbrella, nothing feels too far to miss. If you still have room, I could be your love again. I still recall that first April storm. You held the handle, kept my fingers warm, laughing as puddles caught the city's trembling lights.
Car radio playing some sweet slow song, dashboard glow while we drove along. You said, if you're with me, every road feels right.
Then life pulled hard like a midnight train, different stations, different names. I wrote you letters I was scared to send, folded hopes that never reached you then.
But the sky tonight has that same gray blue, and every drop seems to lean toward you. My lonely heart begins to understand, it's still trying to reach for your open hand. Under the same umbrella, sheltered from the falling rain. All the days we lost come walking back again. Under the same umbrella, nothing feels too far to miss. If you still have room, I could be your love again.
I kept your picture in a worn out file, letters addressed in your gentle style. Ink a little faded, but your eyes still shining bright. I'd pass our cafe with the fogged up glass, see our reflections in the seasons past. Two kids inside who never said a clean goodbye.
Now here we stand where the crosswalk knows, rain on our lashes, stories no one knows. You tilt the umbrella just enough to share, and it feels like we're already halfway there.
Maybe we were always meant to meet halfway.
Maybe every raindrop led us back today.
I don't need the sun if I can walk with you. Let the streets stay shining with this silver hue. If you'll take this arm, then we can start again. We'll let the city fade and let our hearts begin. Under the same umbrella, let the night just softly fall. We can leave our yesterdays written on the city wall. Under the same umbrella, hear the rhythm of our feet, two shadows moving close down this old familiar street. Under the same umbrella, if you let me stay a while, we can turn this rainy night to a brand new morning smile. Under the same umbrella, every step I take with you feels like every drop of rain is saying, love me too.
Come a little closer.
Under the same umbrella, under the same umbrella, under the same umbrella.
There's a breeze on the railing and salt in the air tonight, and the shoreline's wearing all its little pearls of light. I remember you in sandals on this broken stone, trace our foolish futures in the evening foam. Promise on the tide that we'd never leave this home. You said if I have to go and chase my city dreams, will you keep this little corner where the water gleams? I swore by every star that touched the open sea, if you ever wandered back, you'd find the same old me. Now the years have run like rivers out of sight, but here you are again in the soft white light. I don't know where you've been or what you've seen, I just know what this moment means. Walk me by the sea, darling, take my hand. Let the waves keep time for our hearts to understand. We don't need a ballroom or a silver key. All I really want is you to walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea, underneath the sky. Let the wind steal every lonely goodbye. If the past was broken, let it drift out free, while you lean a little closer and you walk me by the sea. You tell me about the postcards that you meant to send, names of distant stations, strangers turn to friends. You say every crowded street, every hotel room had a quiet piece of sand where you still bloom. I show you how the boardwalk got a coat of paint, how the old hotel marquee's missing half its saints, but the benches by the railing, I say with a smile, kept a place beside me all the while. There's a song from a cafe drifting soft and low, like a memory the tide forgot to let go. If there's something on your lips you're scared to speak, let the ocean answer for you when it peaks. Walk me by the sea, darling, take my hand. Let the waves keep time for our hearts to understand. We don't need a ballroom or a silver key. All I really want is you to walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea, underneath the sky. Let the wind steal every lonely goodbye. If the past was broken, let it drift out free, while you lean a little closer and you walk me by the sea. We stopped beside a lantern where the shadows bend, your hair caught in the breeze like it did back then. You whisper I was foolish when I walked away, but this shore kept calling me back night and day. I say love is like the water, always finding shore, slipping through the darkness till it knocks once more. If you're tired of running where you cannot see, let your next step be with me. Walk me by the sea, stay a little long. Let the surf ride over everything we got wrong. We don't need tomorrow, all mapped out for free. If tonight you choose my side and walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea, when the nights grow cold. We'll be two soft stories that the waves retold. If the world keeps to heart as you walk me by the sea. So take one more step, darling, don't let go of me. There's a lifetime in this shoreline if you walk me by the sea. Soft shoes on and an old wood floor.
Faint song we've both heard before.
After all these years, we're back so soon, standing under the jukebox moon.
I remember you in that summer dress, shy little smile and a heart confess.
We were just kids with our pockets light,
but we own this hall every Friday night. You would drop a dime in our favorite song.
say stay right here, this is where we belong.
While the jukebox glowed in a neon hue, I only saw that crowded room through you.
Then the waves rolled in and the years passed by.
Different roads, different trains, different city skies.
But when the music starts, I feel it true.
All the time between melts back to you.
Under the jukebox moon, we sway like we're 17.
Old small town dance hall, shining soft and green.
Under the jukebox moon, your hand fits mine just right.
Like every lonely year was only one long night.
Through the seaside wind and the years we outgrew,
I still find my way back home to you.
every time the band plays that same old tune,
We fall in love on the jukebox moon. I've walked this promenade on autumn nights,
watching empty rides and the faded lights.
listening to the sea say your old name, wondering if you ever felt the same.
I kept every postcard you never knew,
Half-finished lines that I wrote to you,
carried them around like a secret song, hoping one sweet day you'd sing along.
Now your face appears where the shadows start,
And the years fall off of my careful heart. One more dance and it all feels clear. You were always meant to bring me here. Under the jukebox moon, we sway like we're 17.
old small town dance hall, shining soft and green.
Under the jukebox moon, your hand fits mine just right.
Like every lonely year was only one long night.
Through the seaside wind and the years we outgrew,
I still find my way back home to you.
every time the band plays that same old tune,
We fall in love on the jukebox moon. We can hear the waves through the distant door.
feel the sea salt breath on the worn dance
dance floor.
I'll hang my coat where I did back then,
And we'll start our story all over again.
no more missed trains, no more long goodbyes, just quiet mornings and your sleepy eyes. From the boardwalk light to our little room, we'll keep this love under the jukebox moon.
If the record skips, will you stay with me?
I'll be right here where I'm meant to be.
When the lights go out and the night turns cold,
I'll hold your heart just like I did before. Let the seaside wind sing its tender tune.
we'll keep on dancing under the jukebox moon. Under the jukebox moon, we're older but we're true.
Every step I take is a step to you.
Under the jukebox moon,
The past feels soft and bright as we turn this second chance into our life.
let the shoreline fade and the crowd thin too.
I'll spend every last slow song with you.
Till the stars go dim and the dawn comes soon, I'll love you still. Under the jukebox moon,
Under the jukebox moon, under the jukebox moon, under the jukebox moon. Softly hum the evening breeze, crickets singing through the night. There's a shadow on the pathway, walking back to my porch light. We were just a pair of dreamers, down by the riverside at dusk, skimming stones across the water, talking big on borrowed luck. You would trace my name in ripples, say you'd keep it safe and bright, while the sky turned soft and purple and the fireflies rode our light. Years have rolled like gentle thunder, still I feel your steady hand. Every promise that you whispered, growing roots where we both stand. When the daylight starts to wander and the world slips out of sight, that's when love comes home to find me, waiting in the porch light. All the seasons drift along our little garden gate, but there's a place where time slows down every time I wait. Under the porch light, my love, when the long day's finally through, I'll be swaying in the doorway, saving all my songs for you. When you walk up that old drive, dust and worries brushed aside, nothing ever feels more right than holding you under the porch light. Under the porch light, my love, where the night air's soft and clear, its shining heartbeat says, I'm glad you're finally here. When the years feel hard and wide and the world's a heavy tide, I will keep our little fire bright under the porch light, my love. Ooh, under the porch light, my love. Do you still recall the summer at the fairground on the hill? How the Ferris wheel was turning while the world below stood still. You wrapped your jacket around my shoulders, spun me slow above the town. Every light a tiny promise, we would never tumble down. Now the Ferris wheel is rusted, but our footsteps still remain on the roads we walk together, through the sunlight and the rain. When the laughter turns to quiet and the stars begin to rise, I can see that same devotion shining in your tired eyes. All the painted signs may fade, the carnival may close, but the sweetest kind of magic is the one a true heart knows. Under the porch light, my love, when the long day's finally through, I'll be swaying in the doorway, saving all my songs for you. When you walk up that old drive, dust and worries brushed aside, nothing ever feels more right than holding you under the porch light. Under the porch light, my love, with your keys and weary smile, you can lay your troubles gently at my feet for just a while. When the daylight says goodnight and the crickets keep the time, I will be your guiding light. Under the porch light, my love. There were nights along the highway with the car radio turned low, dashboard glowing like a lantern on the roads we used to know. We would sing with distant voices till the miles blurred into one, every chorus like a doorway to the place where we'd begun. Now the radio plays softer, but the melody's the same, and the simple steady rhythm still remembers your sweet name. So when evening paints the windows with the last of summer gold, I will wait just like I promised for your hand to have and hold. Let the years fall on our shoulders like the leaves upon the ground. We will gather every moment like a photograph we found. If the world should pull you farther than my arms can reach tonight, I will leave my heart there glowing like a little faithful light. When your footsteps meet the gravel, when you turn that corner home, know that you are never lonely, never walking in alone. For as long as stars are shining and the moon is hanging high, I'll be here to softly answer every tired and lonely sigh. Under the porch light, my love, where the house feels warm and small, we can let the silence gather till it gently says it all. When you walk up that old drive and you step into my sight, all the shadows fade away under the porch light tonight. Under the porch light, my love, when our hair
Driving through the dark with the headlights on, then I hear a few notes of our long-lost song.
Ooh, the car radio blows on the empty road, and your name comes back with every chord it holds. I see you waving by the station gate, your coat in the wind as I ran so late.
We said someday soon on that platform edge,
But the miles rolled on like an endless play.
now this melody from the years long gone turns a wheel of time and it pulls me home.
If a song can travel through the night so far, maybe love remembers where our hearts still are.
Every line I'm humming as I ride along
Whispers that you're still my favorite song.
You're still my favorite song, playing in my heart so strong. Every little harmony we used to know rises like the dashboard glow. You're still my favorite song, even when the years feel long. When the world goes quiet and the lights are gone, I can hear you in my favorite song.
By the cafe window with the curtains drawn, stirring up a coffee as the rain comes on.
Through the soft static of the radio air,
I hear your voice in that old affair.
we were young and certain at the station door. You said write me soon, then you asked for more.
I kept your letters in a wooden box.
Every folded page, every heart-shaped lock.
If a song can find me on a night like this, maybe we can find our way back to that kiss.
Every line I'm humming as the night moves on tells me you're still in my favorite song. You're still my favorite song, playing in my heart so strong. Every little harmony we used to know rises like the dashboard glow. You're still my favorite song, even when the years feel long. When the world goes quiet and the lights are gone, I can hear you in my favorite song.
Ooh, I turn the car around toward that same old track.
I close my notebook and I don't look back.
The station clock is ticking like it used to do,
And I see a shadow that looks like you.
your smile appears through the silver rain.
The years between slowly break their chain,
Then the jukebox in the corner starts to play along,
and it's softly spinning our favorite song. We don't speak at first, we just hold on tight
while the saxophone cries
through the tender night.
all the words we lost find a place to land as the rhythm gently leads our hands.
If the world moves fast and the nights move slow, there's a place we'll meet where the old songs go. Anytime I'm lonely and the road feels wrong, I'll come back to you in our favorite song. You're still my favorite song, where my tired heart belongs. Every little heartbeat steady, soft and true, finds its perfect tempo next to you. You're still my favorite song, like a light that's always on. When the past and future try to pull us strong, I will hold you in our favorite song.
On this station platform,
Where we both stand near,
I can hear our story ringing loud and clear.
from the very first night till the days are gone,
You'll be there
in my favorite song.
You're still my favorite song.
You're still my favorite song.
You're still my favorite song. Ooh, hey, rain on the window, dawn coming on.
You in my arms as the last note's done.
And as the music fades, love lingers on. You'll always be my favorite song.
Blur against the glass as the evening settles slow. I still see us by that cafe window, raindrops tracing silver lines outside. You stirred sugar in a chipped white cup, smiled at me and caught my nervous eyes. People hurried past with collars turned up, but the world grew quiet when you said my name. Steam and laughter, little corner table full of coffee cups and rain. I was so afraid to let you see every hope and little doubt in me, but your gentle hand just stayed the same in coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, talking till the night grew thin. Every tiny drop upon that window felt like we were letting love begin. Now the years have drawn their lines around our yesterdays, but my heart still goes right back to where it all became. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Now it's just us and the kitchen light glowing. Clock hands whisper somewhere after 2. You pour water in the old tin kettle. I pull up a chair and sit close to you. Radio low on the far side counter, soft song humming like it knows our name. You reach over, brush my tired shoulder, full of coffee cups and rain. We don't need a crowd or fancy scenes, just the quiet corners of our dreams. In the clink of spoons and window pane, there's coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, talking till the night grows thin. Every tiny drop upon that window feels like we're beginning once again. When the world outside is rushing down its busy lanes, I just hear your voice and find my calm the same old way. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Sometimes we drive with the car lights floating down a road that only we two know. Dashboard shining on your gentle profile like a little movie in its glow. You take my hand at the crimson signal, say we've come so far and still remain. And my heart fills up with every evening full of coffee cups and rain. We've had storms and summer skies of blue, days of distance, nights I clung to you. But every time the sky turns gray upon the window frame, I remember who we are and softly say your name. All the grandest dreams could never quite explain how love lives on in simple things like coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and rain, my darling, glowing in the kitchen light. look the same. One warm hand in mine can make me feel a girl again. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. You and me forever in coffee cups and rain. Lights fade and morning starts again, but I still taste coffee cups and rain. Coffee cups and
I saw you through the window of a little riverside cafe, stirring sugar in your coffee like you always used to do that way.
I pretended not to notice, but my heartbeat gave me right away. All the years between us faded like the clouds on a summer day.
Rain was drawing gentle lines on the dusty window pane,
And the river kept on rolling, humming low just like a train.
when you finally looked and smiled, all the distance broke in two. Every old unspoken promise floated back into the room.
I remember folded letters with your name I never sent,
And the photographs I kept of every night we ever spent. All the ink and paper couldn't hold the tears we cried. So let's walk together back to the riverside,
back to the riverside,
where our hearts first learned to fly.
where the dusk and water met and you were standing by my side.
Hand in hand we'll let the present wash the lonely years away. Back to the riverside, beginning again today. Back to the riverside, where we found our foolish pride.
Where we swore we'd never part and then we let that promise die.
If there's still a spark between us, let it be our guiding tide. Take me back, back to the riverside.
I remember how we parted on a cold October night. You were chasing bigger dreams, I was scared to hold on tight.
I said love will wait forever, then I boarded that midnight bus.
But forever felt much shorter when it wasn't us.
In the cities that I traveled, every river looked like home.
In the quiet of my kitchen, I could feel you went alone.
Now the rain on this old window sounds like pages turning slow. Every drop a whispered maybe we were never meant to go.
There were boxes full of postcards that I started touring to,
And a song that I kept humming, 'cause it always led to you. We can't change the stories or the time we pushed aside, but we can write a new one by the riverside.
back to the riverside,
Where our hearts first learned to fly.
where the dusk and water met and you were standing by my side.
Hand in hand we'll let the present wash the lonely years away. Back to the riverside, beginning again today. Back to the riverside, where we found our foolish pride.
Where we swore we'd never part and then we let that promise die.
If there's still a spark between us, let it be our guiding tide. Take me back, back to the riverside. So I rose up from my table, left my coffee turning cold.
And I met you in the doorway like we did in days of old.
You said, tell me where we're going.
I said anywhere with you,
but our footsteps knew the way before our hearts could speak the truth.
down the little crooked sidewalk where the willow branches lean.
Past the lamplight on the corner, painting gold on everything.
When we reached the quiet water, all the memories opened wide, and the evening wrapped wrapped us gently in its tide. If we stumble on the stories that we never told out loud, if we tremble at the future or the weight of what we vow, we can listen to the river, let it carry every sigh. Every doubt we ever had can drift on by. Take my hand and let the moonlight draw a silver line for two.
Let the ripples write forever in a language just for you.
If we only get 1 second chance to turn the falling tide, let it start right here beside the riverside.
To the riverside, where our hearts first learned to fly,
where the dusk and water met and you were standing by my side.
Hand in hand we'll let the present wash the lonely years away.
Back to the riverside, beginning again today. Back to the riverside,
let the past fall from our eyes.
Every tear a little star that never truly said goodbye.
If tomorrow tries to shake us, we'll remember how tonight brought us back, back to the riverside.
Back to the riverside.
Where your heart found mine,
and
mine found yours. Back to the riverside once more.
Where the river softly smiles tonight, we're under the Ferris wheel lights. Cotton candy clouds in the evening sky. You take my hand as people drift by. Music from the fair floats through the trees. Your whispers warmer than the summer breeze. We stand in line like we did back then. Two young hearts not knowing when those little sparks would turn so bright, like the wheel that's turning in the night. Years go by like boats along this stream, but somehow we're still living out that dream. Every time you pull me closer tight, I'm that girl from our very first night. Under the Ferris wheel lights, everything golden and right. Your arm around me, the river beside me, the world a carousel tonight. Under the Ferris wheel lights, time turns soft and quiet. In your gentle eyes, I see my whole life. Under the Ferris wheel lights. In my drawer I keep those folded notes, your shaky lines, the words you wrote. Meet me by the river just past 8. I'll be the boy who's trying not to be late. You brought wildflowers in your Sunday shirt. We laughed so hard our sides would hurt, then rode that wheel to touch the sky. You swore you'd never say goodbye. We built our days on little things like these: kitchen dances, coffee, autumn leaves. But when the world feels far and wide, I still find my way back to your side. Under the Ferris wheel lights, everything golden and right. Your arm around We watch the children running through the dark and hear our echo in their beating hearts. Though seasons change and things can fade, we're still the wish that young hearts made, still that promise hand in hand, spinning over this little town's land. Hold me close while the night wind sighs, let the wheel keep painting circles in the sky. If all we have is this simple view, then all I want is this life with you. From riverside dust to quiet home nights, from ink on paper to these soft lights, every road that led me here feels right. Standing in your arms tonight, under the Ferris wheel lights, everything golden and bright. No matter our age, we're still that first page, two hearts learning how to write. Under the Ferris wheel lights, I'll choose you every time. With your hand in mine, the years fall behind. Under the Ferris wheel lights. Where the river softly smiles tonight, I'm still your girl in the fading light. As long as love keeps burning this bright, we'll be under the Ferris wheel lights.
I still see your suitcase by your side, raindrops on the platform, tears you try to hide. You kept looking down the empty tracks, as if you wished the rails would carry you back. You pressed a folded letter in my hand, ink a little shaky where your heart would stand. You whispered, darling, please don't let me go. Then the train pulled in with its silver glow. Every time that whistle cuts the night, I can feel your fingers holding mine so tight. All the miles between us disappear when I hear that engine drawing near. Under the station lights, I was holding you close, with your goodbye words trembling soft like a ghost. Under the station lights, as the midnight train sighed, you stepped through the doorway with tears in your eyes. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. There were nights I'd drive the highway slow, car radio humming with a gentle glow. Your letters in the glove box by my knee, every line a little window where your face would be. I'd pull over where the tracks run near the road, watch the boxcars rumble with their weary load, reading all your handwriting in the dashboard shine, like you were tracing out your heart on mine. Every time the dial finds a tender song, I can feel you near, though you've been gone so long. Every careful word that you once wrote
wraps around me like your coat under the station lights. I first watched you depart, but your name kept on ringing in the halls of my heart. Under the station lights, through the wind and the rain, I was counting the hours till I'd see you again. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. Ooh, now I'm at the station one more time. Cafe window fog along its crooked line, stirring bitter coffee as the raindrops fall, listening to the echo of the platform call. Then I see a figure in the misty glass, someone with a suitcase slowly walking past. You turn and our reflections find a rhyme, two familiar strangers meeting right on time. Oh, all the lonely pages, all those restless nights, all the empty platforms waiting for the lights. Fade away the moment that I hear your name, whispered on your lips as you step off the train. Let the world keep racing down its busy track. All I ever wanted was to have you back, here where every promise that we made that night comes home beneath this gentle light. Under the station light, now I'm holding you near, with your suitcase forgotten and your eyes full of tears. Under the station lights, as the rain slips away, we're just two tired hearts with a brand new day. And I promise again, through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, I will love you wherever you are in my sight. But meet me, my darling, under the station lights, always and forever, under the station lights.
Neon on the puddles, traffic whispering by, raindrops tracing silver lines against the evening sky.
I saw your shadow in the glass across the lane, bent above a coffee at the cafe in the rain. Same small corner table where we used to talk till 2, about the dreams we'd follow and the roads we'd wander through.
I almost turned around, afraid of what I'd see, afraid that all those midnight words meant more to me than thee. But then you looked up slowly and you softly said my name, and the years between us flickered like a flame.
Outside umbrellas bloom along the narrow street. Inside my restless heart forgot to beat. One quiet moment and the past came back again. Right there by the window in the rain.
Cafe window in the rain, soft reflections, old refrain. Your eyes were just the same, a gentle half-forgiven pain. Cafe window in the rain,
we watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again. Do you remember how we said our last goodbye? Down at the platform with a smokestack in the sky.
You held my suitcase like it weighed 1,000 pounds. We let our pride speak louder than our hearts could make a sound.
Your letter came too late, the ink all blurred with tears. I tucked it in a drawer and tried to hide away the years. But when I saw you standing there tonight through streaks of rain, I felt my foolish heart call out your name.
Her never quite forgot the way you laughed at night.
I never quite moved on, though I said I might.
And now the city hums a lonely tender strain, while we sit by the window in the rain.
Cafe window in the rain, soft reflections, old refrain. Your eyes were just the same, a gentle half-forgiven pain. Cafe window in the rain,
we watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again.
We talked of little things, the places we had been, the quiet empty evenings and the lives we might have seen.
You traced your finger round a circle on your cup. I said if we start over, could we really open up?
You took my hand and said the past is just a song played on an old jukebox that's been spinning far too long. Let's step outside together, leave it where it lay, and walk these rainy streets a different way.
Some loves don't vanish, they just hide behind the door,
waiting for footsteps they remember from before.
The porch light of the heart stays burning soft and low,
in case a wandering soul comes home out of the snow.
And here we are, two travelers in a midnight town, watching little rivers pull the lamplight down. If we can say I'm sorry and let go of the blame,
we can start again beneath the same last name.
Cafe window in the rain, now it sings a sweeter strain. Your hand in mine again, I feel my heart unlock its chain. Cafe window
In the rain, the station doesn't look the same.
no more last goodbyes in vain, only see you in the morning train. Neon on the puddles as the night grows thin.
Two shadows leave together where one once walked in.
Behind the foggy glass, the past fades like a stain,
And love begins at a cafe window in the rain. I saw you leaning on the silver rail. The ocean wind was playing with your hair. The evening sky was turning soft and pale, and every step just led me closer there. I watched the circles where the waves rolled in. You brushed some sand from off your summer shoes. I heard my heart stop beating in my skin. I knew tonight I had to speak to you. I said it's getting late, but not too late to stay. You smiled and whispered, lead the way on the seaside promenade, where the waves keep singing low. Walk with me and don't be afraid. Let the salt wind kiss your clothes. If the world should ever fade, I'll still find your hand in mine. On the seaside promenade, we can love one step at a time. We counted ships like wishes out at sea, and gave them names we never wrote down twice. You told me little secrets about you. I store them like a locket in my mind. The lampposts drew our shadows long and thin. Your laughter danced ahead of where we'd go. I said I don't know what this all will be, but I know I hate to see you walking home alone. You said I don't need a map, I've got your eyes tonight. And we walked beneath the harbor lights on the seaside promenade, where the waves keep singing low. Walk with me and don't be afraid. Let the salt wind kiss your clothes. If the world should ever fade, I'll still find your hand in mine. On the I saw you leaning on the silver rail. The ocean wind was playing with your hair. The evening sky was turning soft and pale, and every step just led me closer there. I watched the circles where the waves rolled in. You brushed some sand from off your summer shoes. I heard my heart start beating in my skin, and knew tonight I had to speak to you. I said it's getting late, but not too late to stay. You smiled and whispered, lead the way on the seaside promenade, where the waves keep singing low. Walk with me and don't be afraid. Let the salt wind kiss your clothes. If the world should ever fade, I'll still find your hand in mine. On the seaside promenade, we can love one step at a time. We counted ships like wishes out at sea, and gave them names we never wrote down twice. You told me little secrets about you. I store them like a locket in my mind. The lampposts drew our shadows long and thin. Your laughter danced ahead of where we'd go. I said I don't know what this all will be, but I know I hate to see you walking home alone. You said I don't need a map, I've got your eyes tonight. and we walk beneath the harbor lights on the seaside promenade, where the waves keep singing low. Walk with me and don't be afraid. Let the salt wind kiss your clothes. If the world should ever fade, I'll still find your hand in mine. On the seaside promenade, we can love one step at a time. And when the winter comes and clouds roll in, we'll pull our coats up high against the rain. The gulls will cry above the turning tide, but in your arms I'll feel the same. When all the crowded summer days are gone, we'll have this quiet stretch of shining stones. No matter how the shoreline shifts and moves, as long as I'm with you, I'm home. Tonight the breeze is softer than before. Your arm is threaded gently into mine. The world is changing just beyond the shore, but every star feels steady in your eyes. On the seaside promenade, every season, every year. If the days grow bright or softly fade, I will always keep you near. When the stories all are made and the years fall out of time, on the seaside promenade, I'll be yours and you'll be mine. On the seaside promenade, I'll be yours and you'll be raindrops tapping on the window pane, little light shining through the falling rain. I've got your letter on the kitchen clock, coffee cooling in a favorite cup, streetlight shimmer on the gravel road. Every car that passes makes my heart sit up. Your handwriting leans like you're leaning in. Every word is like your gentle hand. You say, my darling, don't you worry none, I'm coming home as soon as I can. So when the night wind starts to blow, there is one thing I can show. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting, soft and warm through the midnight rain. Where the porch light glows, I'll be praying every road will bring you home again. If the city feels too cold and long, think of this little house, you know. I'll be standing in the doorway, love, where the porch light glows. I still remember all those city nights, you and me in that old blue car, dashboard glowing like a tiny fire as we followed every distant star. Radio playing our slow love songs, wipers keeping time across the glass. You'd squeeze my hand at every red light, stop like you never wanted that moment to pass. Now when the thunder rolls above, I keep that lamp lit for our love. Where patio stretch across the yard. You'll drop your suitcase by the open door, pull me in and hold me good and hard. We'll spread our pictures on the table wide, laugh at how the years have come and gone, and through it all that gentle golden light keeps on burning till the break of dawn. Maybe love is not the fireworks sky, maybe it's a small lamp shining by. One more night, one more little flame, calling out your whispered name. If you're lost in darkened streets, follow where my heartbeat beats. I'll be here, I'll never close. The place where all your wandering goes, where the porch light glows. I'll be waiting through the storms and the silver years, where the porch light glows. I'll be saying every goodbye only brings you here. If your heart feels tired and worn, baby, there's one thing you should know. You will always find me standing still where the porch light glows. Raindrops, fading stars begin to shine, and that little porch light's yours and mine. Low neon signs on a midnight street,
One small umbrella where our shadows meet,
and somewhere an old song calls our names from a jukebox in the rain.
I was walking home alone,
City shining cold and gray,
raindrops dancing on the pavement, washing all the crowds away.
Then I heard a distant rhythm from a doorway down the lane. Like a ghost of summer evenings, I could almost feel again.
As I slowed to hear it better,
Someone stepped into my light.
you were standing at the corner, like a memory come to life.
When you said, do you remember, in that soft and wistful tone, every empty waiting year of mine no longer felt alone.
I still know where the music plays,
I still know where we learned your name.
if you wanna start again,
Come to the jukebox in the rain, jukebox in the rain, where our hearts first found the beat, where the scratchy records turned and pulled us off our careful feet. In that small town dance hall glow, we were young and unashamed, spinning slow and holding tight by the jukebox in the rain.
jukebox in the rain,
Where the coins and wishes fell,
where you whispered little promises.
I always kept so well.
If the world should drift us far,
we can still come back again.
Just meet me where the music starts,
At the jukebox in the rain. I had traveled half a lifetime,
different cities, different skies.
but that little wooden jukebox never left my closing eyes.
On the nights I felt the lonely press against my window pane,
I would hear you softly laughing in that dim familiar room again.
when I saw you by the lamplight,
With your collar turned up high,
all the years fell off around us like the raindrops from the sky.
I said there's a place still waiting if you'd like to take my arm, and your fingers laced with mine the way they used to in the dark.
Do you think the lights still glow?
Do you think it knows our names?
There's one way to find the truth.
Follow the echo of that refrain. Jukebox in the rain, where our hearts first found the beat, where the scratchy records turned and pulled us off our careful feet. In that small town dance hall glow, we were young and unashamed, spinning slow and holding tight by the jukebox in the rain.
Jukebox in the rain with
The floorboards worn and thin,
where the songs of faded singers held us close and drew us in.
if the world should drift us far,
We can still come back again.
just meet me where the music starts,
At the jukebox.
in the rain. When we reached that painted doorway, I could feel my heartbeat climb.
But the sign above was flickering like a secret kept in time.
Yet inside the room lay waiting, with the tables all the same,
And the gentle glow of amber from the glass that knew our names.
Then you dropped a silver quarter, let it tumble, let it sing.
And the same slow song we chosen bloomed like it had grown new wings.
As we moved across the floorboards, nothing ever felt so right. You and I were once again the only dancers in the night.
Let the city hurry by outside the window with its schemes.
Let the rain erase the footsteps that once walked away from dreams.
We have found our way together,
Through the heartache and the change, back to where the melody knows our names. If tomorrow pulls you somewhere that my two hands cannot reach,
we will leave this little promise where the music still can speak.
through the thunder, through the heartache, through the joy and through the pain, I will wait where we belong, at the jukebox in the rain.
Jukebox in the rain.
Let the old song softly play.
Let the needle ride the groove that never learned to fade away.
In this small town dance hall glow, we're not lost. just reclaimed, spinning slow and holding tight. Do-do-do-do, soft summer night. Do-do-do-do, midway light so bright. All I knew was how you made me feel when you kissed me under the Ferris wheel. We were walking through the midway, paper tickets in your hand, cotton candy on my fingertips, little brass notes from the band. Every booth was calling to us, every prize a flashing sign, but the only thing that mattered was your shoulder touching mine. You said let's go a little higher, pointed up into the sky, to the painted cars that circled like the stars that passed us by. As we climbed into the carriage, all the world felt soft and small, with the ocean in the distance like a whisper just beyond it all. Under the Ferris wheel my heart started turning, round and around with every light I saw. Under the Ferris wheel my hands started learning how it feels to fit so gently in your own, with the summer air and the music playing. I could hardly tell what was dream or real, but I knew my life was changing forever when you held me under the Ferris wheel. Later on beside the shoreline, windows open to the breeze, car radio on a slow song, you were humming low with me. All the dashboard glow was golden on your profile in the dark, and you tapped the wheel in rhythm with the beating of my heart. We drove past the sleeping houses, past the harbor's distant light, like the road itself was promising we'd remember this whole night. Every chorus on the station felt like it was meant for two. I could hear the future whisper, I'll be coming back with you. Under the Ferris wheel my heart started turning, round and around with every light I saw. Under the Ferris wheel my hands started learning how it feels to fit so gently in your own, with the summer air and the music playing. I could hardly tell what was dream or real, but I knew my life was changing forever when you held me under the Ferris wheel. Now there's pictures in my dresser, little corners curled with time, you and me in tilted poses, tiny bulbs behind us shine. Every year when summer finds us, we still drive down to the fair, and the world grows young and quiet when the wheel lifts us in air. All the noise below turns distant, just a soft and friendly roar, and I lean my head upon you like the very first time before. If the days grow long and lonely, if the sky turns gray and white, darling, close your eyes and see me by your laughing, breathless side. Hear the midway bells and music, feel the cool salt on your skin. There's a little car that's waiting for our hearts to climb back in. When the future feels uncertain, when you don't know what is real, we can find our way to summer underneath that Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel I'll always be waiting, round and around through every passing year. Under the Ferris wheel my love will be staying, shining like those colored lights when you draw near, with the ocean wind and the band's still playing. Every gentle turn says this love is real, and I'll fall for you like the very first evening. Every time we're under the Ferris wheel. Do-do-do-do, soft summer night. Do-do-do-do, hold me just as tight. When the midway fades and the world grows still, meet me under the Ferris wheel.
Soft on the dial, the radio's low. Headlights drifting where the night winds blow.
Out by the window with the curtains drawn, I'm watching for shadows till the break of dawn.
I drive this old road by the silver sea, dashboard glowing like a memory. Every little turn takes me back in time to a barefoot boy and your hand in mine.
We walked that promenade in the salty air. You whispered, if you ever need me, I'll be there.
And you pointed home through the summer night, said I'll leave it on, just follow the light.
Now the years have passed like waves in the dark, but I still feel you beating in my heart.
If I can find that glow tonight, maybe I can make it right. Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye.
I kept every postcard that you ever sent, faded blue ink and a salt kiss scent, photographs tucked where the moonlight falls, your shadow dancing on these old, old walls.
I made us coffee in that chip white cup.
Told myself gently I should give you up, but every evening as the day turns thin, I turn that porch light on and let you in.
All the nights I heard some car on the hill, my foolish heart would learn to stand still. Yet some quiet voice said you just might
come walking back to that light.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming
never say goodbye. I see your doorway in the soft wind sigh.
Here are young hearts in the waves rolling by.
I see your footsteps on the old front walk. Every creak of the boards is the sound of you knocking.
If you take my hand, we can start again, like those seaside nights when we were only friends.
I'll forgive the years it took you away.
If you promise me now that you're here to stay.
Under this porch light, we can be brand new, but still the same hearts that forever knew. Back to your porch light, shining for me like a faithful star by the endless sea. No more miles and no more goodbyes, just you in my arms in the warm lamplight. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, safe and sound from every storm. If this is our home for the rest of our lives, leave that porch light on, let our love arrive. Back to your porch light. All through the years, washing away all the wasted tears. Back to your porch light, holding you tight. Two shadows swaying in the soft seaside.